Hello, welcome to Walking Down That Aisle podcast. This is your host, Johnny Mac. And I realized I needed to just call myself Johnny Mac because as a podcast host, it's okay, theoretically speaking, give yourself a stage name, but you need to go by that stage name and call yourself that. So, from now on, I'm Johnny Mac. I'm a podcast, and depending on what podcast it is, because I just created a podcast for both Launchpad One and my YouTube channel, and it's gonna be for the same thing. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of recording, both live video and audio at the same time, and I'm gonna be gonna come on here when I talk about Raw, NXT, AEW, Dynamite, TNA Impact, and SmackDown, and AEW Dynamite. So, as I was saying all this to let y'all know what I'm doing, but I also was trying to fill up space as I watch what happened this past Monday on Raw. They started off the show after the Then Now Forever Together that they always go with, and they showed the replay of everything that happened at Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel. Now, I can do the purpose of both this and my new podcast on Launchpad One. By the way, my new Launchpad One podcast is called Developing Johnny Mac. So if you're listening to this and you're on Facebook, or if you listen to this and you're on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, then you can, I think you can find, my, information about my podcast on Twitter, Daniel, Veil, and I forgot the numbers that they gave me that I accepted. So when next time I come on here, I'll let y'all know what my account information is on X. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Johnny Mac. And just continue to talk like this and just say what's coming out. What's happening right now, as many of y'all know. Right here, I'm just talking as a fan. As many of y'all know who watched Raw this past Monday, which was 2 nights ago. Seth Rollins came out, and his suits always look ridiculous to me, but he's gone from one extreme to the other, because now he's wearing those ridiculous sunglasses. Now, the next thing I have to talk about I have to talk about this as talk about this in character, which is the purpose for developing Johnny Mac. I thought I'd practice on here too. So here it goes. The best way I know how to portray this character is to talk like I would talk in real life, but also say things that I would never say in real life, but would want to say in real life. But no, I couldn't get away with it because of my personality. So, first thing I want to talk about is this number one contenders match. A 4-way match to determine number one challenger for the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. Ricochet versus former champion The Miz, and Big Bronson Reed and Ivar. This is what I would say if I was sitting down in commentary table. After what The Miz said last week to Gunther, I would say that The Miz has the most motivational in this. Is out of the four men here, Miz is the only one who has recently had a run-in with Gunther. Ricochet's reason for winning this is because he got cheated last week. Big Bronson Reed's reason and Ivar's reasons for winning this is they simply feel like they deserve a shot at a title. But The Miz is the only one out of these four that has the most reason to want to win, because he has a reason to want to fight Gunther. Also tonight, the New Day, former, I think they said 7 or 8 time WWE Tag Team Champions. Also, the team that is credited as surpassing Demolition's tag team title record in the 1980s, going up against the Judgment Day, who are the current reigning and defending tag team champions. Unified tag team champions, I might add. If there would be any reason I could see for Woods and Kingston to want to win this, it's because they're tired of sitting on the sidelines waiting for other teams to try to grab that brass ring in the tag team title division. So anytime them or any other team goes against the champions on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or possibly even NXT, because even though NXT has their own tag team titles, they could send the Unified Tag Team Champions to NXT to establish their dominance and let everybody know it's not just Raw and SmackDown, it's for every brand in the company. So tonight's match against Judgment Day is not necessarily a must-win for the New Day, but it is an opportunity for the New Day to get back in the title picture. And Another match that I want to mention is the Women's World Championship number one contenders Battle Royal. Out of all these women, you have former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Casey Catanzaro and her tag team partner. I always forget her tag team partner's name. And then you have Maxine Dupree, and you have from the Gargano family, his wife Candice LeRae, and the lady they've been mentoring for the past 2 years. I know her name, but I always forget it for some reason. Indy Blackwell. And then on the left side of them is new Raw superstar representing the Diamond Mine. And I always forget her name, but she's Diamond Mine's part-time manager, who always encourages them. And Nikki Cross on the left side of her. At the bottom screen, you have Natalia on the left. Right side of her, Nia Jax. Raquel on the right side of her. I almost said Trish for some reason. Becky Lynch on the right side of her. And then, of course, Shayna Baszler. I don't know this lady who's got color green on it on the picture. That might be Zoe Stark. And then the women's tag team champions on Raw and SmackDown, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. What I have to say about that match is all of the women have a reason to want to win this, but the one who has the most reason to want to win is Raquel, because of the history she's been having lately with the champion Rhea Ripley. Seth Rollins is interrupted by Sami Zayn. They talk about what they're doing, how they both feel about the Judgment Day. Sami Zayn, I remember, mentioned that their Judgment Day is 2.0 version of the Bloodline. I do not see it like that, because whereas Roman Reigns is always the leader and actually does not have any female members in the group, Judgment Day, none of them can get on the same page. Rhea Ripley is like the unspoken leader in the group. 2.0 would be almost like better, and they're not even close to being as good as the Bloodline, because even though Roman Reigns would always cheat to win, he hasn't necessarily, as a group, they always gave up until Reigns got to be too much of a problem for the twins to handle. Up until that happened, it was always the easiest thing for them to find a way to establish their dominance on Raw and SmackDown. So that's why I don't see it like that. Now, the opening of the match broke out where all four members of the opening match were the tag team